Good day, guys. My name is Justin Akondo. I know I've missed out for the past 2 weeks. I've not given analysis on gold. That was due to some circumstances. But now I'm back. Let's look at what is going to happen this week on gold. First and foremost, I would like us to start with fundamentals. As we could see what happened, we have missed 2 weeks, but now we are back. We are in the 3rd week of August. I would like us to look at the fundamentals. Basically, Mondays are normally not that interesting. So I'm looking at Monday. We are not going to be having much moves in the market, being that we don't have major fundamentals on Monday. But we should know that a lot of things happen. The unknown can easily happen, and we see something happening in the market. So, but this week we should be looking at some important pairs this week. The most important pair to be watched this week is there are 2 of them: the GBP, that's the pound, and the Canadian dollar. Though US dollar is also interesting to watch, but basically on how things are right now, we should be watching the GBP and the CAD. Now, if we watch on Monday, we don't have much on Monday, so we should be expecting market to be ranging on Monday, or there's a possibility that if you go through the fundamentals, if you go through the news, you will see that there is a lot of things that happen during the weekend which will also affect the market. So we might see some spikes in the market. So, but looking at this fundamental that we're looking at right now, there's nothing on Monday. Then from Tuesday, we should be looking at AUD, Australian dollar, then also its partner, which is New Zealand dollar. We should watch them. On that same Tuesday, that is when the GBP will start giving us some light on where the trend will be. So we should watch that. Then also on that same Tuesday, we should also not forget to watch the US dollar, because we have some key news that day. We'll be having consumer price index. Is very important. We should also watch US dollar on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, remember I told you that there are key pairs to be watched. On Wednesday, you see that AUD has a key fundamentals on Wednesday, which is the governor's speech. So we should watch out for that, which will be as early as 12 a.m. GMT London time. We should be looking at that AUD. Then on that same Wednesday, we should not forget, like I said, the GBP is having very key minutes that day, which the Bank of England would, the governor of the Bank of England would give us the minutes. So it is very, very important. Remember that the governor has been saying that we should be expecting the interest hike earlier than expected. So anything can happen. So we shouldn't overrule that, because a lot of things has been happening in GBP. We saw how the trend has been down, though right now the pair is in pullback mode. If you look at your monthly chart, you see that the pair is only just but giving us some pullback, which the bears are looking for momentum for them to the bulls are looking for momentum for them to continue the up move. But being that everybody is expecting something from the governor or from the Central Bank of England, so we should be expecting that day, that Wednesday, to be a key day to listen, to know what will happen to the pair. Then also that same Wednesday we have FOMC from the US, so it's also a very key day where we will be expecting the chair lady to give us some key things that can tell us where the dollar is going to, because since August we've been seeing how dollar has been, though dollar has been strong, unemployment has been good, and we've been seeing how market has been reacting to dollar. Basically, dollar turned to be a safe haven right now. People have been running to dollar due to some good news coming out from dollar. Though of recent there has been some sell-offs in their stocks, and people are pulling out a little. So with this FOMC, we can be able to know what exactly will happen to dollar the rest of this August. It's a very, very important day, so we should keep a date to that. Then on Thursday, we must have seen a lot of things happening in the market. We must have seen the trend, where the trend of the pairs are going to. So we should now not forget, still on US, we should then know where the US dollar will be. Then on the euro side, you will now see that on that Thursday we will be able to know if euro is really going to give us that pullback it has been fighting to get, which it doesn't have the momentum. So we should be expecting something to happen on that Thursday. We should be expecting something. And also remember that I still said that GBP should be a pair that we should be beckoning on this week. So we should really do our analysis well on GBP. Then don't forget that on Thursday is our normal day for job claims from US, so anything can happen. So, and then on Friday we should focus our mind on CAD. That means that by Thursday the US must have done all its analysis. We must have seen all its analysis. Then on Friday, remember that if you compare the two pairs, the CAD and the USD, you will see that they almost have the same economy and the same movement. So we should be very careful with that pair. So we should be very careful on Friday watching that pair. Now let's go to our chart. Today we are going to only do analysis on gold. We're going to do only analysis on gold. And right now what we are looking at is 4 hours. I would like us to start from the monthly, being that we have been start for 2 weeks. I would like us to start from the monthly. Sorry, I would like to do this in order for us to be able to see what we are doing clearly. Now, if we are starting on the monthly, on this monthly, now on this monthly, we can see that we still have our inverse head and shoulder. Remember the last month I told us that we are having a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder that is forming, that the bulls are still in charge of the trend, and that if all things should be equal, that we should be expecting gold to be going to 1415. So, but now we could see that the market is still at a range, although that the head and shoulder is still secured. the buyers are still the king to this trend right now. But though we have a lot of things that are telling us the possibility of us having a little reverse on this. Right now, if we're looking at this chart, we can see that the price is in a channel. Price is in a channel. Though price being in a channel, but the head and shoulders are still in safe hands. Okay. Now, if we add our trend line, to this, now you see that the buyers are really building up momentum. The buyers are really building up momentum because at this trend line, you see that we are having a higher low, and that higher low is really pushing the price up. And if you look at it now, this is a higher low, and this is a higher low, and these two higher lows now is telling us that price could not break this level, which gave us the head and shoulder. And also now we could see that price here now, not minding that if you look at this now, you will see that this is a reversal candle here, and also if you look at this, you will see also that this is a reversal candle. But we now see that though that this month has not ended, it has not ended, but the candle is in a bullish candle. Though anything can happen, there's a possibility that by Thursday, when we'll be having the FOMC, we can see a spike down here. There's a possibility that on that same day we can see also a big spike up in order to break this level. We can see that this level now is the low of 1321.25. That is the resistance market has been respecting since the beginning of this August. Market has been respecting that, and if you watch for over how many, for over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, invariably since last year, market has been respecting this level. Market has been respecting 1321.25 level. Okay, you can see that market has been respecting that level, so which means that something is cooking up. Something is cooking up. If eventually that price should break this level, now I'm not looking at price from the angle of inverse head and shoulder. I'm looking at price from the angle of I'm looking at price from the perspective of the support and resistance level. Now we are looking at it from the resistance level, which price has not been able to break 1321 level in the daily, in the monthly chart. And if you can see, looking at this chart, you can see that it has been having a swing all along that level, The only place price break through it, you could see price break through it and went to the 200, went to the 50 SMA and had a reversal candle under it, which means that the 50 SMA turned to be the resistance level. So now we could see that it formed the reversal candle and came down and now could not beat this level. So if we look at it with that momentum, you see that this reversal candle here has not really done its work. Okay, has not really done its work, and now came and have another twin reversal candle, which is the same thing here. So you see that this now had a support. Okay, we are not talking about even that. Look at this again. Came and now have an engulfing, which is now telling us that these three reversal candles are really pushing to do their work. They've not really done their work. So invariably, we should be expecting price to continue going up. I'm not saying price going down, but if eventually it happens, then it means that fundamentals have taken the day. But technically, looking at it technically on a long-term basis, I'm seeing gold still heading to 1.4. Gold is still heading to 1.4. So, but for now, we are looking at it from the angle of what we are seeing at this moment. At this moment, we see that 1321 level is the key level to watch. Whenever price breaks and close above it, we should be expecting price to be rocketing up. Then the next place now to watch is also if price should close above 1321 level, we should also watch the 1349 level, because it is where we have 3 touch of the swings, of the swing highs. Okay, the 3 touch of the swing highs, I call it the 3 magic touch. Okay, you see this is a touch, this is a touch, and this is also a touch. It's a 3 magic touch, so anything can happen. So the two levels that we should be watching and be careful with is 1321 level and 1349 level. So we should take note of that. Now let's go to weekly and see what happened there. Now we already know that this is the low to watch, 1321.46 level, which is our resistance to watch. Then we also see that we have 1349 level, which is our 3 touch level, 3 magic touch level, which is also helping to pull price down. So now if you look at this weekly, sorry, I would like this to go to its channel. If you look at this weekly now, you will see that we have 2 things here. What are those things that we have here? One is that we have inverse head and shoulder, which has been there since last month. We also have a symmetry triangle, which has been there since last month, over 2 months ago. So you can see that market is still ranging inside this symmetry triangle, and right now we could see that this symmetry triangle has two touch at the 2 trend lines. The resistance trend line has 2 touch, the support trend line has 2 touch. Now we could also see that the symmetric triangle is also having 2 types. We have the symmetric triangle inside and we have the symmetric triangle outside. So now looking at this price, you can see that this is a symmetric triangle. This trend line now help to form a symmetric triangle. Okay, these 2 trend line now help to form symmetric triangle, while also these two also form a symmetric triangle. So now someone would say that there's a possibility that price has a gap in between these symmetric triangles. If you watch here now, you see that there is a gap here, there is a gap here. Then if we draw our trend line, you will see that it has a mini symmetric triangle inside again, which has 2 touches. Now if you watch this now, you see that this is a touch, this is a touch, this is a touch, this is a touch. So invariably what price is looking for is a break. So if we watch this closely, you will see that this is a reversal candle. Okay, what we are experiencing here is we are having lower high, and we are having higher low. So now what is happening here is that the bulls and the bears are fighting who should hold this price. But looking at which price has more advantage, you will see that the bulls have more advantage. Why? Because they have inverse head and shoulder. And right now we could say that also, being that US economy is also having a little bubble, which the market is yet to unfold, and we could be able to know by Thursday what the bubble will be. So looking at this now, you see that this is a reversal candle on the weekly chart. This is a reversal candle, which this candle here is a confirmation candle to this, and we could see that it formed a doji, though the doji that is formed here now don't really matter because this is a reversal candle. It can also turn to be what can push the price down. Anything can happen. Okay, there's a possibility that this might be the key to the down move. So, but mainly looking at this now, we could say that if this is a reversal candle, this is a reversal candle, coming here again we are having a reversal candle, which means this is having 3 supports here. This is having 3 supports, while this is having only 2. Okay, so if you are comparing it, doing the mathematics now, comparing it with which one has more strength, we can say that the bulls have more strength. So invariably, this reversal candle now will want to complete its job. Remember that price has not really hit this resistance trend line, which we are expecting price to hit. And if price should hit it, we should be expecting the head and shoulder to be broken, the neck of the head and shoulder to be broken. But for now, we should be watching this reversal candle to do its work. Okay, now that is all about the weekly chart. So what are the levels to watch on the weekly chart? We should be watching this level 1321.45 level. You should be watching that level because it's a very key. 132146 level is a very key level to watch, because whenever price breaks it and close above it, we should be expecting a north spike. So anything can happen. Just watch that level. Then the level to watch on the downside is whenever price beats 1273.11, then we should be expecting price getting down to 1202, because here is an open ground. Here is an open ground, so anything can happen at this level. But there's a possibility that price might even break through it and then hit this level 1243 and return back. So anything can happen. So, but what you should know that here is an open ground. Here is an open ground. Just like I said, here, if price should eventually break this level, remember that we have a red flag zone at this area. 1277 is our red flag zone. If price eventually breaks through it and then breaks through 1243, then we should be expecting price to fall down to 112 1201 or down to 1186.30. But for now, what we should be looking at is what are we seeing? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? What we are seeing right now is that we have a reversal candle which has not done its work. So we should be very careful. Then if you look at our MACD, you see that our MACD is under a pressure of indecision. Then if you look at our Scotch, you will see that it has also an undecision level, because looking at this, you see that EMA is turning south, but fortunately it doesn't have the momentum and is below the 80 level. So we should be very careful. It's very, very careful. We have to be very, very careful on this right now. So now with this, now we will conclude that of a weekly chart, saying that the weekly chart, we have key level to watch. We should watch 1321 level, and also watch 77 level. Okay, we should watch those two levels. So right now, let's go to daily. Wow, looking at daily now, you will see that the price of gold is really having something very, very great. Looking at this now, you can see that we are having inverse head and shoulder. The funny part of it is that we are having inverse head and shoulder, the big one and the small one. If you're in my group already, you must have seen this in my group because I've posted it there already. But if you are not, looking at this now, you see that we have head and shoulder, the big head and shoulder, which is here, here, and here. This is the head, this is the shoulder, this is the shoulder. Now, if you now look at the right shoulder, you see that inside this right shoulder, there is also an inverse head and shoulder. Though that some people are saying that this has not really completed, but for me, I'm looking at it that if I should be following it with my pivot point, it means that my head and shoulder has completed. Why am I saying that? This is our shoulder, this is left shoulder, this is the right shoulder. And look at the right shoulder now. This is a reversal candle that has been ranging for over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, almost a week has been ranging. Now gave a spike down, touching a key resistance level, which is the low of the left shoulder. Now pulling back, closing above the monthly pivot point. It pulled back and closed above the monthly pivot point. So what else do you want? What else do you want price to do? Being that yes, there's a possibility that quite alright that there's a possibility that price will still come down, because if you look at this now, it's not about telling us that, it's not about me saying that price has completed the head and shoulder quite alright. To me, it has completed because this was a swing touching the low of the left shoulder. So now, if we look at it, mind you that I'm still only talking about the inverse head and shoulder that is on daily chart. There are other things, there are other factors that are telling us that the bulls are really hungry right now. They have been waiting and they want to get back to their trend. Now, if you look at it now, one is we have big head and shoulder. Now we have the right shoulder telling us that it has also an inverse head and shoulder. Now we have a swing that has touched the low of the shoulder of the right, of the left. Now look at 200 EMA. Look at 200 SMA, sorry. You will see that 200 SMA has turned to be the support which price has been bouncing on. Okay, now you also look at, there is a big symmetric triangle and also a small symmetric triangle, which is telling us that we are having a higher low and lower high. Now, that notwithstanding, if we are looking at the candles, we can say that yes, there's a possibility that price will still want to come down to this level. Okay, there's a possibility that price will still want to come down to this level, making this level to be our buying area. Making this level now to be our buying area. Or the price will want to pull down a little in order to now form a reversal candle that will now pull the price up. So if we are looking at this, though there's one other thing that I would like us to see. If you look at this candle now, you see that this is an engulfing. The last candle, which gave us a spike and also a swing, now returning back, closing above the monthly pivot point, is giving us an engulfing. And can you imagine how many candles it is engulfing? It's engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's engulfing 6 candles. Yes, someone will say with that, now that means the momentum to go down is bigger. Yes, it's possible. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. Remember, we have FOMC this week. Just bear it in mind that we have FOMC this week, and we also have consumer price index this week. And mind you that US economy has been good. It is the safe haven, so anything can happen. Forget about the technical analysis that I'm talking about right now. News can change everything. Okay, but mainly looking at this now, if we should follow the candle rules, this candle that has engulfed this should be giving us a very big spike down, a free fall, because this is an engulfing six candles. Okay, this is an engulfing 6 candles. Let me show you how it is an engulfing. What is the close of this candle right now? The close of that candle is 1313.19. 1313.19. And what is the close of, what is the open of this candle? Because you can see this is 1313.18. So it is only but 1 pip above. This candle is only but 1 pip above this. Okay, it's only but 1 pip above this. So invariably it is still an engulfing. Invariably it is still an engulfing. So we should be very careful. Though that 1 pip can mean a lot to candles, because it can equally nullify this engulfing. So we should be very careful. But my main target right now is for us to note that candle closed above the monthly pivot point. And if you watch this candle since August, you will see that it has been closing above this candle. That market has been above the monthly pivot point. So if market has been above the monthly pivot point and now gave a spike down and could not hold it and now return back above it, that's invariably showing us that there's a possibility that the next candle that is coming will nullify all these reversal candles and then head down to break this level 1324 level. Okay, 1324 level, which is invariably also the monthly resistant one. Okay, so we should be very careful. I'm seeing, from what I am seeing in this chart right now, I'm seeing where the inverse head and shoulder is going to start making it move. So we should be very careful. There's a possibility. Don't count out that the bears will not be able to do something. Remember that we have FOMC this week, so there's a possibility that this candle will still want to finish its work. Remember that these are all reversal candles, so they will want to finish their work. And I believe that if they eventually FOMC should be something proactive, something productive, it might give us a move down to this level. Okay, down to this level, which is at 17319, 127391, which means that our red flag zone, which is 1277 level, might be having a little breakout. So we should be very careful. Okay, we should be very careful. Remember that I said that monthly pivot point price has been dancing above monthly pivot point and could not close below it. So invariably there's a possibility that price will continue going up. Remember that what we are looking at now is at this daily. We are looking at this daily and we saw that the candle closed above the monthly pivot point. So there's a possibility that the next candle, and also not even possibility, look at that monthly pivot point, you see that it is a very strong support and resistance level. You can see that price has been dancing above it. That maybe that is the possibility of what that may be the cause of what made the price to be respecting that. And if you watch, you see that it has a strong resistance level at that level. You see that the price has been rejecting it a lot, so there's a possibility that this price now that will open tomorrow will want to go up and then touch this level. Okay, touch this level, which when touching it, there's a possibility it will touch it and return back, or touch it and break it. So we should be very careful, very, very careful. Then if you look at 4 hours, you'll see that we are having very interesting thing here. You remember that I told us that 1292 is a very key level. Okay, and also you will see that we have a reversal candle, though that if you look at it, you see that this is a trend line which price broke. Now if you follow the rules of the trend line, you see that this candle now is pulling back in order to complete the rules of the candle. Remember the rule of the trend line. Remember that the trend line rule states that whenever candle breaks a trend line, it must return, it will pull back to touch it in order to complete the move and then now start heading down. So if that should be the case, that the price is respecting that rule, that means we should be expecting price to hit this level. Okay, price to hit this level before it will now start going down, if it will continue going down. But for now, if we are looking at this now, following the rules, this is a support, a strong support, which price touched and then return back in order to complete the rules of the trend line. So invariably, we should be expecting price to touch this level at 1313. 1313. Price should touch 1313. We should now then watch and see what happens at that level. If price should eventually form a reversal candle, which will give us a bearish reversal candle, that means we should be expecting price to fall and then break through 1292 level. But if price should break through this candle, break through this level and nullify this trend line, then we should be expecting price heading to this level. Okay, breaking this 122 and 124 level. So there is a possibility anything can happen. But bear in mind that this week we have FOMC. Okay, so that is all for gold this week, because if you look at this 4 hours, you can equally see that this SMA, this EMA is also that it has also formed what I call it a support trend, which is a support line, which now price has also broken, and now it turned to be its support at this level. So invariably, if price should break through it again, we should be expecting it to go up. So we should be very careful, follow the fundamentals. Remember that I told us that this week we should focus on GBP, then GBP. Also, we should focus on CAD. We should also focus on AUD. Okay, these are the 3 pairs that are also going to be giving us a lot of move this week. GBP, we should be focusing on the pairs of GBP. We should be focusing on the pairs of AUD. We should also focus on the pairs of CAD. Then also, don't forgetting that we have the king, which is the US dollars. We should also focus on that. So above all things, we should be looking at all these 4 pairs in order to make our decisions. In order to make a good decision, we should know what the fundamentals is telling us. So right now on gold, we should focus on what is happening on the economy right now. We could see that gold is really following up with the crisis in Ukraine, crisis in Iraq, and also what is happening in Europe. And we could see that the government of Iraq has already started stabilizing. So it is stabilizing, though that the problem there is not yet over. Though, but the stabilization is one of the key things. Now, if they can have a stable government, they can be able to face their problems and be able to ratify their issues. So with that, we also saw that the Russians are also trying to show some some humanitarian help to the Ukrainians, but due to their opposition, so everything they are doing is just like turning everything around. So people are not yet believing what exactly they are planning. So we should be very careful on how we are trading, because at any given time we should be expecting the unknown. You might be seeing spikes in the market due to the unknown. So we should be very careful. Thank you.